This is News 3 Now at 6.
George Floyd should not be among the deceased. He did not die of common health conditions. He died of a common American criminal justice malfunction.
Family, friends, and civil rights leaders paid tribute to George Floyd today in Minneapolis. The Reverend Al Sharpton, you heard giving the eulogy, and family members shared touching memories about the father of two. They say the arrests of the 4 officers involved in Floyd's death are only the first step towards justice, and that they will continue to call for their convictions. Floyd's death has sparked massive demonstrations nationwide and around the world and has been a rallying cry for police reform from coast to coast.
A live look right now from our Sky 3 drone. Madison protesters are blocking traffic on the Beltline. Westbound lanes are experiencing rolling closures due to a caravan. Adam Duxter joins us live from there right now. Adam?
Yeah, Charlotte, we're bringing up the back of the caravan, and to clarify, I'm in the passenger seat here. We've been on the Beltline for close to 2 hours now. It was shortly after the 4 o'clock hour when we left and sat for about a half hour. Here's a look. And we are moving now. It's not clear if we're going to get off on the Verona Road exit or where we go after. Before we did get moving, organizers laid out exactly their points today, which are they want police to be defunded. They're calling on Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway to defund the Madison Police Department. They're also calling for police to be pulled from Madison Metropolitan School District. And lastly, they're calling for the Dane County Jail to release all black inmates. And they made their point very clear that yesterday's demonstration with Interim Chief Vic Wall and Sheriff Dave Mahoney, they called that nothing more than a performative act. They said they're not on the same page with police locally, not even the same book, to use their words. But again, the Beltline, not sure where we're headed next, but we'll continue to have you covered now and online at channel3000.com.
Adam, thank you. So after the events of the past couple of emails from people demanding more transparency and accountability from our own police department through body cameras. Our Jamie Perez found out if Madison police could be wearing them in the near future.
Right. Well, this is something that they have been trying to get going for the past couple of years, but consistently, year after year, it's been struck down by alders who are opposed to police officers even wearing these body cameras. But what's happened in the past couple of weeks could be the thing that gets these wheels turning.
That has been used to identify faces, identify people, saying this is what happened. That's transparency. That's not politics.
After seeing what's happened all over the country in the past 2 weeks, Madison Alder Paul Skidmore says this is a good time to revisit the conversation about Madison police wearing body cameras.
There's no downside in transparency and honesty.
He and Madison Police Chief Vic Wall both agree the time is now.
I support expanded use of body cameras for MPD officers.
But this issue isn't in Chief Wall's hands. It's in the city's. And for years, it's been struck down time and time again.
I've been trying to get this pilot project for years, and that there's a certain faction on the council that's staunchly opposed to transparency.
District 5 Alder Shiva Bidar has been in opposition of the body cameras in the past. She sent me a statement explaining it's easy to see body-worn cameras as a panacea, but they don't prevent the awful murders, such as George Floyd's murder, nor did being on video prevent the beating of Rodney King over 20 years ago. They just shine a light on them. I've been a strong advocate for police reform. It's the biggest and most important issue to me in my years on the council. Wall said, even if we had a unanimous council agreement on body cameras, the next hurdle is cost, especially given the financial toll that COVID-19 has had on the city.
A dire budget outlook for next year so far, and so to add things, to add positions, and to add capital expenditures for equipment and supplies and everything that would be needed to go with it, including training time, is just not easy.
Skidmore is hoping that the more community input the city receives demanding these cameras, the closer we may be to finally getting them.
There is no downside to having this.
Skidmore said he is also trying to draft up a resolution to present at the next city council meeting, and he is hopeful that a pilot program can get the wheels off the ground within the next month and a half.
Jamie, thank you.
Oh, we've seen images of large protests in big cities across Wisconsin, but people in small towns are calling out racism as well. Protesters held Black Lives Matter signs up for passing cars to see on Main Street. That was in Stoughton today. And at New at 6, a local credit union and advertising company are highlighting a graffiti artist's work, encouraging the community to come together in the wake of George Floyd's death. UW Credit Union had changed its billboard messaging at the start of the coronavirus pandemic, focusing on a message of support for the community. Even when we're apart, we stand together. Well, during a regularly scheduled update, when Adams Outdoor Advertising went to change the billboard at the Beltline at I-94, they found an artist had altered the message with the image of George Floyd.
When I opened the link in my email, I was stunned. I thought it was an extraordinary message, and that this artist had taken a message that was designed for one pandemic, COVID, and bridged it to another pandemic, racism.
The billboard has now been moved to a more visible location above the Adams Outdoor Advertising building on the Beltline at Rimrock Road. She says this is a way to signal to the community that UW Credit Union wants to be a part of the conversation and part of the solutions to effect change.
Murals continue to pop up along State Street. Artists are turning the plywood covering downtown businesses into beautiful pieces, honoring the Black community and those who died at the hands of police. One woman we caught up with today chose to honor Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old woman shot and killed in March by Louisville police.
For Breonna Taylor, her name hasn't been spoken. She was my age. She got shot in her own home without any warning, with no excuse for it, and there's no justice for her.
The FBI has launched an investigation into Taylor's death. The artist hopes people will stop and remember Taylor when they see this piece.
New body camera video now. We told you yesterday about an incident in Monona where police responded to a call of a suspicious person and handcuffed a man inside the home he had recently moved into. To protect the man who made the complaint against police, we've edited out parts of the video where police say his name and blurred the renter's face since he has done nothing wrong.
Police department, come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up.
Okay.
Keep walking.
Sir,
This is me.
Okay.
okay, come on out here. You don't live here.
My coach's house, Coach Rundle.
Okay.
He left me in Torrance stay here. You can call him and ask him.
Okay.
Why am I being detained though?
Because you don't live here, and the person that lived here passed away.
So, this is the reason why you're here. Someone called because they...
I know, because I'm a black man and it's that lady right there, even though she waved at me.
That wasn't...
Monona Mayor Mary O'Connor says she ordered this body camera video be released in the spirit of transparency. The city has apologized to the man involved and has ordered an independent investigation.
Let's check your first warn forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
We had a sunny, warm day today with temperatures climbing into the middle to upper 80s across much of southern Wisconsin. Humidity levels have stayed low here, and that's kept our skies sunny, but there have been some thunderstorms not too far away across parts of central and eastern Iowa, mainly to our south and west. Storm Prediction Center actually has a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms overnight across much of the area for an isolated severe thunderstorm with hail and gusty winds. You can see those storms in Iowa, but as they push toward Wisconsin, they really have been fizzling because the air is much drier here. So you can see some showers moving into southwestern Grant County, but even there, the lightning has pretty much ended. Temperatures right now range from the mid to upper 80s through much of southern Wisconsin away from Lake Michigan. Milwaukee right now with the lake breeze only 71, but Boscobel still at 90, La Crosse at 89. Dew point temperatures are in the low to mid 50s here, but well into the 60s just out to the west of us. Heat index values right now make it feel like it's in the lower 80s. Look for a chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight into tomorrow morning. Then look for a high of 82 tomorrow with partly sunny skies. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a nice weekend, but another warm-up next week.
Wisconsin has now reached more than 20,000 confirmed coronavirus cases. There were almost 500 new cases reported today. Overall, there have been 627 Wisconsin deaths. 65% of people who have tested positive have now recovered. The percentage of new tests that have come back positive increased to about 4% today after dropping for 3 consecutive days. We are still seeing an overall decreasing trend in cases over the past 2 weeks.
Weekly claims to the Wisconsin Unemployment Insurance Office are continuing to drop. Amy Reed spoke to the Department of Workforce Development Secretary today and joins us now live. Amy?
Some businesses have opened back up, which means some people are returning back to work, but other businesses stay closed, like here at Camp Randall, which means there are still many Wisconsinites that are depending on unemployment benefits. The Unemployment Insurance Office had about a 13% drop in weekly claims this week from last, but that's still nearly 23,000 claims. People are still reporting to us they are struggling getting their benefits, but DWD Secretary Caleb Frostman told me new staff have been trained and things should improve going through June. He said what we've been through shows what needs to be done once this pandemic is over.
The modernization coming out of the Great Recession, or lack thereof, I guess that was one of the greatest lessons learned, was the importance of modernizing the system. That didn't happen.
Frostman said the department was in the process of finding ways to upgrade their computer system before all this happened. He said that's expected to cost the state tens of millions of dollars once they're able to do that. Now, another change that he wants to see is a simplification of the process. He said people shouldn't have to read through a page of FAQs to find out if they even qualify.
Amy Reed reporting live tonight. Amy, thank you.
Next at 6, the largest music festival in the country is now canceled due to the pandemic. But we can start looking forward to camping again in Wisconsin state parks. We'll tell you when, next.
In this challenging time, Wisconsin's dairy farmers remain committed to your well-being.
We're still in the barns every day, producing real, nutritious milk for your table, and products like cheese, yogurt, butter, ice cream, and more.
We're all in this together, and our passion for feeding Wisconsin's communities is stronger than ever.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
It's time to get serious about your lawn. It's time to step up to the best mower brand money can buy. For nearly 4 decades, Skag has been the easy choice for lawn care professionals. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best when it comes to mowing your lawn. There's sure to be a Skag model that's perfect for your yard, big or small. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com. We've got the power! You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
New at 6, Quick Trip and State Farm have teamed up to give free milk to families in need. It's part of National Dairy Month. State Farm agents will distribute nearly 54,000 vouchers to communities and food pantries statewide. They can be redeemed for a free gallon of milk at any Quick Trip location through July 16th. The two companies are putting $120,000 into the Dairy Boost effort. Native American voting rights advocates are cautioning against states moving to mail-in ballots without opportunities for tribal members to vote safely in person. The Wisconsin Elections Commission voted last week to approve sending ballots to 2.7 million voters after roughly 62% of all votes in the April election were mailed in to slow the spread of COVID-19. Today, the Native Americans Rights Fund released a report that says online voter registration could be difficult with spotty or no internet service on reservations, and that ballots will be delivered to post office boxes that are rarely checked, and turnout may be low because of a general reluctance to vote by mail. New tonight at 6, the World Dairy Expo will no longer happen this year. In an announcement this afternoon on the organization's Facebook page, the board president says it will not be feasible under current guidelines from Dane County and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. He says other options were explored, but the decision came down to safety.
For the first time in its more than 50-year history, Summerfest is canceled. The music festival was originally postponed to September, but now Milwaukee World Festival Inc. says due to COVID-19, multiple levels of risk for fans, and the uncertainty about large gatherings, they're canceling. Summerfest typically generates around $186 million. If you already purchased tickets and need a refund, we have the link to do that on channel3000.com. Campgrounds at state parks throughout Wisconsin are reopening on Wednesday with special safety measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19. DNR officials say visitors will be able to check in automatically with a touchless system. While restrooms will be open, many park facilities like towers, shelters, and nature centers will remain closed. You will need an annual park sticker and trail pass, which can be purchased online.
Coming up in sports, the Packers release a video calling for racial equality. Sports director Zach Hanley explains how they're doing much more than just a video statement. And a chance of showers and storms tonight and tomorrow, but how about the weekend? Gary has your first warn forecast next.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well, makeup artists, celebrities in Hollywood, and even people across the country just like you look and feel years younger in minutes.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, I look 20 years younger than I did before. And that's so super important because my whole life is about health, fitness, feeling good, and looking good. And first chance I really got to look how I feel inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, take action with the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Here's a live look now from our Sky 3 drone. It appears traffic on the Beltline has started moving again after rolling backups from protesters calling for justice for George Floyd and radical change to our local criminal justice system. Adam Duxter joins us live now from Midvale Boulevard. Adam?
Yeah, Charlotte, all the traffic has gone from the Beltline now to Midvale, headed towards University Avenue, and then we would assume to downtown. So the Beltline is clear, but if you are in this area of town, you're not going to get anywhere fast as we are headed on Midvale towards University. But again, all the cars were routed off of the Beltline, and it looks like we've got police cutting off some of the areas here as well. So again, we'll continue to monitor as we head closer towards downtown.
Adam, thank you. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist.
Well, Charlotte, some thunderstorms have been developing over parts of eastern Iowa, but as they moved toward Wisconsin, they really fizzled. This was a strong thunderstorm cell, now just down to a few rain showers as it crossed the Mississippi River into Grant County. But you can see some strong thunderstorms around Waterloo, Iowa. Some of these cells here are capable of producing at least some small hail and maybe some marginalized flooding because of the slow movement. But for the most part, these thunderstorms are moving to the east and diminishing in intensity as they push toward Wisconsin, because the air here is a little bit drier right over the southern part of the state. But the air is much more humid just on the other side of the Mississippi River across Iowa. And we'll see more thunderstorm development tonight. Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms over much of our viewing area for later tonight for an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm with gusty winds and hail. The higher severe weather threat is farther to the west where the air is a little bit more humid. Hail and high winds are pretty much the main threats. And again, the highest threats are to the west of us. As far as three things you need to know in the forecast, after those chances for showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow morning, we'll look for a warm day tomorrow, but the humidity levels will start to drop, and that'll set up a very nice weekend. Lots of sunshine, high temperatures in the upper 70s expected. As we check out Weather Track, you can see these thunderstorms developing on the northern edge of a hot air dome, which is keeping temperatures in the 90s over much of Kansas into southern portions of Nebraska. Even north of the thunderstorm, temperatures are still pretty warm, but for the most part, the humidity levels are lower there. Tropical storm Cristobal has diminished into a depression, but it is now starting to drift more toward the north and probably will re-intensify over the Gulf of Mexico. Some of that moisture could reach us by about Tuesday and early Wednesday of next week, bringing us some more shower and thunderstorm threats. But in the short term, a weak cold front to our north and west is what will give us the best chances for thunderstorms as it moves into Wisconsin later on tonight. Right now, the air behind that front, not terribly cooler than the air in front of it. Mid to upper 80s in southern Wisconsin, low to mid 80s behind the cold front, but the dew point temperatures drop off significantly. Notice those 60-degree dew points into Iowa, those drop into the 40s over parts of central Minnesota. So the air is much drier. The thunderstorm chances will come through with that cold front tonight into early tomorrow morning. Skies will be sunny for much of the day tomorrow, and then you can see very quiet conditions for tomorrow night into Saturday. Saturday's high temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Sunday, pretty much the same story. Looks like the rain chances will stay to the north of us. High temperatures will be in the upper 70s. So as we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny. It'll be warm with a high of 82. Best chances for thunderstorms will be in the morning, and then the humidity levels will drop off in the afternoon. On Future Track, you can see the thunderstorm chances arriving around midnight and then moving through by early tomorrow morning and then moving out of here by late morning, and by afternoon we're seeing temperatures back to around the 80-degree mark. 7 to 10 day forecast, upper 70s for the weekend. Look for high temperatures to be back into the upper 80s for early next week. Some shower and thunderstorm chances Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday, and another shot of cooler and drier air at the end of next week.
Secret to 65 years of marriage from a Hall of Fame Badger. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Now you can shop for food and shoes at the grocery store. Introducing DSW now at Hy-Vee. You'll find summer styles for the whole family. And right now, all DSW shoes at Hy-Vee stores are 50% off. And we've got hundreds of thousands of shoes on sale. Get 50% off all women's shoes, 50% off all men's shoes, and 50% off all kids' shoes. Check out DSW at Hy-Vee and get 50% off all shoes.
Steinhafels has been the name you trust for over 85 years. Right now, all living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture is on sale. Get 40 to 70% off on the largest selection of furniture, plus free no-contact shipping and no money down, 5 years to pay financing. Get amazing deals on all of our mattresses like Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest, and Purple. Shop our large showrooms where we've taken all the necessary steps to provide you a safe shopping experience. Shop in-store or online today during Steinhafels Memorial Day sale.
More than 20,000 women receive a new diagnosis of ovarian cancer every year. Johnson & Johnson baby powder and Shower to Shower have been linked to ovarian cancer.
Johnson & Johnson has been aware of these risks for decades, but failed to warn women and the public.
In July, $4.69 billion was awarded to 22 women after they developed ovarian cancer after the use of talcum powder. Other victims have been awarded substantial compensation in previous verdicts.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer and use talcum powder regularly, call Morelli Law Firm for a free consultation.
Morelli Law Firm has given a voice to people seriously injured for decades and has successfully litigated thousands of cases for its clients.
All talc cases are handled in-house by an experienced legal team that has the resources and resolve in drug and pharmaceutical litigation to ensure that you receive maximum compensation for your injuries. Call Morelli Law Firm for a free consultation.
Friday morning, Hattie has a beautiful weekend in store for us. She'll have all the details in her First Warn forecast. And after nearly a full week of protests, we are continuing the conversation about race in Madison. We'll see you starting at 4:30 tomorrow.
News 3 Now is partnering with the Madison School District to provide its high school seniors with special commencement ceremonies. Class of 2020, born to make history. June 12th and 13th on News 3 Now and streamed live on Channel 3000.
We stand united against racism,
against police brutality.
We stand against a broken system,
Against oppression.
against injustice.
We stand against injustice.
That was part of a 2-minute video from the leaders of the Packers. Guys on offense, defense, and special teams, and even head coach Matt LaFleur united with a simple message. It's time for a change. And it doesn't stop there with the video. The Packers are going to be part of the change, committing $500,000 to Wisconsin causes that support social justice and racial equality. And it's a big day in Middleton today. One happy couple is celebrating their 65th wedding anniversary. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with sports? Well, if you've been a Badger basketball fan at all in the last 55 years, you might recognize those two, Otto and Barb Pulse. Here's how they met.
And I asked him, what do you do? He said, well, I don't want to say anything, but I played baseball for the university for 3 years. And I said, are you any good?
And Gary's here with the final check of our forecast.
Well, we're watching the potential for some severe weather later on tonight. You can see the Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms across southern Wisconsin overnight. Right now, most of the storms are in eastern Iowa, heading eastward. They've been diminishing in intensity as they push toward the southern part of the state because the air is a lot drier here. Otherwise, we take a look at current temperatures. They're in the middle 80s to around 90 degrees. Boscobel still at 90. Temperatures to the east, much cooler, only around 70 near Lake Michigan. Those heat index values are actually a little lower than the temperature because the air is pretty dry here. For tomorrow, look for skies to be partly sunny. The best chances for a shower or thunderstorm will be overnight into tomorrow morning, and then we'll see a warm-up toward the end of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening.